Hi, this is Adrian, and I am in dark, drab, and dry Berlin. And as you can see, probably not. It's raining again. It's like bloody Edinburgh all over again, man. So behind me you have the Berlin Wall, and like my style is divisive. You either hate it or you dislike it, or you burn it down or destroy it from its hinges, whatever. One of the reasons why I didn't do many stuff online recently is because I kind of gotten over it. After Edinburgh, I felt really good, but then I did a gig in London that kind of destroyed everything I rebuilt. One of the things I've been thinking about was to quit. Despite some people saying, oh, you shouldn't quit because you do some stuff, some nice stuff, you get people to laugh. And true, I did, like yesterday I came to Berlin and I did 2 gigs last night and I made people laugh. Although I made people confused, like motherfucker, but I still made them laugh. That's a great feeling. That's one of the things why comedy or theater, something on stage beats a normal job, because you go in front of people and you try to share your stories with them and hopefully you get a reaction that is not a swear word or something like, oh, you suck, or something else. More like laughter, because if you get people to laugh, that's awesome. And yeah, it totally boosts your mood and your day and all that. So Edinburgh, one comedian from my list just decided to quit comedy after 7 years. He was done, he did everything, at least from what I gathered, he did everything. So now yeah. I'm here at the Berlin Inside Gallery, and you have Jason with some sort of like Marilyn Manson vibe over there. And what I like about the art gallery around here, I mean the paintings on the walls, pretty much like graffiti on the walls, is that people had something to say. And when I got into my first theater, the Attic Theater in Romania, in Bucharest, it was by the esteemed director Cătălin Naum, who's passed away, the late great. And he asked me and my colleague at the time one thing, and he was like, why do you want to do this? And we each gave our reasons. I don't remember what I said, but he said it's because you have something to say. And it's entirely true, because I have something to say. We all have something to say, whether it be arts or something else. But in artistic reasons, yeah, I have something to say. And I've been thinking recently about what have I done since I moved back to London. I moved back to London on the 1st of September, following a year and a half self-exile in Leeds. And since then I've done 80 plus stand-up comedy gigs. I went from 5 minutes to up to 20 minutes. And I did a 1-hour show at Leicester Comedy Festival, which is quite a big step. And I've done improv. I did more improv than before, including my own shows at the Faversham Festival. That was at the end of August. Also, I did my own theater shows up to 15 minutes, either rehearsed or unrehearsed. Like I did at Faversham, I did like an hour improvised theater show that went really well. And it's one of these small things, which means that you have something to say. But also, besides all this, there is a but, and that but is I had like a mental breakdown, I had an emotional breakdown, mostly because of comedy. So it's not all good and bad, or not all good and good, It has good, it has bad stuff, but it's enjoyable when it's enjoyable. Like Kurt Vonnegut once said, go into the arts, you might not pay much, but you'll enjoy it. Well, I think I'm paraphrasing, because but I'm sure he says something similar to that. And yeah, I do enjoy the arts, but man, sometimes it's so annoying. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels the same way, regardless of what you're doing. The arts are a killer. And what I said about what I achieved, I mean, that's not bragging, that's just an observation, that's just a statistic. And to be honest, I feel like I haven't achieved anything. I'm not closer to my goal than I was before I started this whole shebang. it's just one of those things. I've learned not to brag about shit, because if you brag about shit, it ends up falling on your face, and yeah, it's not cool. But then again, I feel like I've achieved something, because if I look at myself way back, like over 6 years ago, when I was afraid to be on stage, and now I just cherish being on stage. I can just go out there and improvise something, anything, whether it's funny or not, that's debatable. But I can improvise anything, and I can make a theater play just like that, and that's cool, because it's an achievement. A lot of people are afraid of doing that, and I'm thinking why. And that's one question that needs to be answered by you people. Why are you afraid of going on stage or growing in front of people and saying something that you may or may not believe in, but something that you stand for, like your idea, your opinion, your saying, your whatever. Why are you afraid, people? Stop being afraid. And yes, I know that I whinge and I complain like everybody else, and I'm bringing light to some mental health, and nobody really cares unless it's a celebrity or something, and then they go on Facebook and say, oh, if you have an issue, please message me, I will talk to you. Which is not always the case, but it's cool. And I'm gonna share the site right now. There's a train coming. Nice train. Life can be great, but there's always that voice in the head that keeps saying, no, that's shit, and you stop thinking like you should be thinking. Because if you think about it properly, this is the 21st century, this is the most advanced we've ever been in, the most safe we've ever been, and the smartest, probably the smartest we've ever been. But there's always something that rolls around and says, no, and that's always in my head, and that's a killer. Here I am in another cemetery, and I have to say that life can be a life of abundance if you look at it properly. I just had a vegan currywurst and some fries and some blackcurrant ice cream. I know I'm bragging, but that felt good. And I have to say, if you look at it in the right way, you can have everything, but you can also have nothing. Depends on how you look at it. Some time ago I had a bunch of jokes about my face, just about my face. And I said to myself one day, you know what, I need to diversify. So I thought about a joke about my dad, and that was also about his face. Although you can probably see, but just behind me there's a boat, and I'm gonna do a gig on the boat, and that boat is also a hostel. So imagine sleeping on a hostel, that's also a stand-up comedy gig. Alright, sunny day, me in the park, just somewhere behind me, about 10 minutes walk, is Schoenfeld Airport. And there you can hear a lot of noise, background noise. There's some people playing football, and I can hear the guy saying Rose, Rose. I've filmed this over 10 days, this is the 10th day, and it probably will not make any sense, but I filmed something, because I haven't filmed in a long time, and just wanted to see how it goes. And that's probably why it won't make sense, because I didn't have a script. I lost all my idea after the 4th day, as you do. But this has been a long holiday, 10 days in Berlin. I didn't really plan much, but I'd managed to do comedy, which I wasn't expecting to do. I didn't think there was a big comedy scene in Berlin, but it's really, really big. And as a holiday, I'm not much into traveling on holidays, but it took its time, and I'm so glad I'm going home. And I don't know, any other people here travel and feel that their travels took a long time? Goddamn wasps. After a couple of days you feel like, yeah man, I just want to go home, because that's how I felt after 6 days. I just wanted to go home, and now I'm finally getting home. Yay. Yeah, leave a comment below. Bye.